So, good morning, dear students. This is your science teacher, Dr. Amit Alexander Charan, and here I am to present the chapter number 4, Materials, Metals, and Non-Metals of Science. So, as students, as we know, there are many objects and substances in our surrounding. They are all made up of elements which are generally in solid, liquid, and gaseous state. Solids are shiny and hard, while some are soft and brittle also. Elements can be divided into two kinds, that are metals and non-metals, which is the subject of our chapter. And so they can be distinguished on the basis of their physical and chemical properties. The first will come on the physical properties of metals and non-metals. Before that will come on the physical properties of metals. So there are generally few physical properties which have been discussed in the chapter. The first one is hardness. So based on the hardness, metals are generally classified as hard and soft. They have high tensile strength. Tensile strength होती है जिसमें खिंचाव ज़्यादा होता है. आप जितना खींचेंगे खिंचाव हो सकता है उसमें, वो टूटेगा नहीं. And they are strong in nature. These are called hard metals, and they are generally used to bear loads. For example, iron, copper, and aluminium. And some metals which can cut easily by knife are soft metals like sodium and potassium. And mercury is also metal, but it is liquid at room temperature. आपने थर्मामीटर पे देखा होगा मरकरी, जिसे हिंदी में पारा भी कहा जाता है. सेकेंड इज लस्टर. लस्टर इज द शाइन. आपने सुना होगा बाइक्स में एंड कार्स में मेटालिक कलर्स आते हैं. So those metallic colors, shiny colors, are because of some metals, and they give shining property. The third is malleability. This is the property of metals by which they can be beaten into thin sheets, and like gold is highly malleable metal. Fourth is ductility. Ductility is a property in which metals can be drawn into wires, and some example, the wiring of your houses are done with these metals like copper, aluminum, and iron. They are used, but again gold and tungsten are very high in ductility. Fifth is conductivity. Metals are good conductors of heat and electricity. Silver is one of them, which is best conductor, followed by gold, copper, and aluminum. कंडक्टर मतलब जिसमें से बिजली पास हो सकती है. इंसुलेटर मतलब जो बिजली पर जिसका कोई प्रभाव नहीं होता है. राइट. सो दीज आर टू जनरल पॉइंट्स. सो वन इज कंडक्टर. सो सिल्वर इज द बेस्ट कंडक्टर. Next is density. Metals have high density. The definition of density is given as it is the mass of a substance in a given volume. And mercury, gold, and lead have high densities. And lead has the highest density of all metals. This is important. Sodium, potassium, magnesium, lithium, aluminium are metals with low density. Seventh is melting and boiling point. Metals have high melting and boiling point. That means ज़्यादा temperature पे they can melt, and at higher temperature they can boil. Sonority is मतलब sound waves से संबंध है. Sonar waves से संबंध है इसका. And when the metals are produced with hard substance, maybe with any hard metal or any hard thing, then they produce sound. आपने अपने स्कूल की बेल सुनी होगी. नॉट द इलेक्ट्रॉनिक बेल, बट जो बेल्स घंटे आते थे, मंदिर में भी होते हैं घंटे, अगर आप उसको बजाएं तो टन से आवाज़ आती ना. दो साउंड वेव्स आर जनरली प्रोड्यूस इन मेटल्स. So this is a small activity you have to do at your home. Please read it properly and do it at your home. Then the physical properties of non-metals. So non-metals have physical properties which are different from metals, and there are 24 known non-metals, out of which 12 are solid and 11 are in gaseous state, and only one non-metal is in liquid state, that is bromine. इसलिए हम bromine water भी कहते हैं. Bromine, that is available in your lab. Non-metals are brittle, which means they can easily break down. Brittle का दूसरा synonym is fragile. They can be easily broken down. Right? So there are some comparative study of metals and non-metals on the basis of physical state. Metals are generally solid, out of which mercury is liquid. Non-metals, they are either solid or gas, जैसे अभी मैंने आपको बताया. Bromine is only liquid non-metal. On the basis of luster, shine पे metals are shiny, Non-metals are generally dull, but graphite and iron are shiny. On the basis of hardness, metals are very hard, but sodium potassium are soft. Sodium potassium आपको वैसा दिखेगा पनीर की तरह, but it is green in color, light greenish in color. And non-metals, they are soft, but diamond is very hard. इसलिए diamond को शीशा काटने के लिए भी it is used in glass houses. Density के बेस पे it is a mass of a substance in a given volume. Metals having high density and non-metals having low density. Malleability, metals are malleable and ductile. Non-metals are non-malleable and they are brittle and non-ductile. Conductivity, they are good conductor of heat and electricity. मतलब इनमें से गर्मी और बिजली आसानी से पास हो सकती है. But non-metals, they are bad conductors या insulators आप कह सकते हैं of heat and electricity. But graphite is a good conductor. On the basis of melting point and boiling point, जैसे अभी मैंने आपको बताया, metals have high melting and boiling point, except sodium and potassium उनका लो होता है क्योंकि वो soft state में होते हैं. And non-metals, they have low melting and boiling point except graphite which has high melting point. Graphite एक important non-metal है, इसको भी ध्यान रखिएगा. Sonority, sound waves के basis पे metals produce sound, ringing sound, क्योंकि उसमें वाइब्रेशंस होते हैं, इस वजह से वो रिंगिंग साउंड करते हैं. एंड नॉन मेटल्स दे डू नॉट प्रोड्यूस एनी टाइप ऑफ साउंड. टेंसाइल स्ट्रेंथ, खिंचाव के बेसिस पे मेटल्स हैव हाई टेंसाइल स्ट्रेंथ एंड नॉन मेटल्स हैव low tensile strength. This is for the part 1 of chapter 4, materials, metals and non-metals. God bless you students.